You're listening to the Conference Board of Canada's Mental Health and COVID-19 series with Dr. Bill Howatt, Chief of Research, Workplace Productivity.
Hi, Bill Howatt, Mental Health, COVID-19, Conference Board of Canada. Happy Friday, everybody. Can you believe it's been 6 weeks for me to be having this conversation with you? I find it amazing that how fast this has gone by, and it's as much as I've dreaded the process by days and challenged myself in other days. And the process of dread of thinking about what I have to do is not always the most exciting, but with a routine and practice and keeping my social connection gaps closed and making sure that I'm talking to people and I wake up with purpose. And there's lots of great things to celebrate when myself, and we'll talk about celebration for yourself, your family, celebrate with your family, and your organization. So let's start with your organization. Take today and take 5 minutes and reflect on what do you have to celebrate. What are all the wonderful things that have happened over the last 6 weeks? Yeah, I bet you there are things that you wish didn't happen. I'm probably pretty sure a lot of people have the same thought. We've talked about we've talked about anxiety and we've talked about that stuff, but let's focus really on what is there to celebrate about that's actually that you authentically feel good about, that you have accomplished or actually experienced with your organization. Today, a couple of colleagues that I work with, we're going to celebrate around 4:30 today with a glass of wine or water or green tea or whatever the folks all want, and to sit back and kind of reflect on what we have accomplished over the last few weeks. We got a lot of cool research. We're starting a study today with the Mental Health Commission of Canada. I'm grabbing a pulse check, which I'm excited about on mental health. We're doing some really cool stuff with some other organizations, PSHSA, on looking at how to help first responders, and we're doing some really cool stuff with WSPS on mental health and figuring out how to have an impact, and we're partnering with them through this COVID-19. So and I could go on and on and on, but I only have so many minutes to talk to you. There's a lot of great things to celebrate and some future research projects I'm looking at from longitudinal studies. I'm super excited about this. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to have those, but I want to listen to their story and actually get in the conversation where I can experience theirs. That's what social connections is about, having that experience and celebrating. Then family. Your what you can celebrate with your family. The fact is, lots of you that were home with children, you're getting new routines. And what the challenge is with a lot of families and a lot of folks is what we call everyday. Every day is the same day. I'm sure you heard lots of people talk about every day. Every day feels like Saturday. And I'm trying to tell people is you need structure. You need to have your week structure and you need your weekend structure. If you're an essential worker, you're going to work all the time. However, whatever structure you used as a family, it doesn't take a whole lot of time or effort to maybe celebrate and make some chocolate chip cookies together as a family, or to do something that's interactive as a family, or go for a walk as a family, or sit down and say to the folks, hey, you know what? We might have had a few debates. We might have had a few challenges, but we've done really, really well. We're still here and we're going to get through this. And we're going to be in a different place in 6 weeks. Will it be the exact same as it is now? Probably not. Will it be similar? Probably. However, there'll be things that'll be changing and the world will be changing slowly, and steady. You'll probably be wearing a mask outside for quite a while. Social uh, conditions in regards to physical distancing probably be for a while. However, you may be celebrating that you're going to be able to go out to different areas and do things. That there's some optimism. It's a sunny day today. It's bright. Let's start celebrating with our families and with our organizations. And finally, yourself. Taking a moment and actually celebrate what you have accomplished, if you followed and to appreciate and that, you washed your hands and you made the sacrifice and you still are healthy, whether you got infected and you have your antibodies now, and you may not, that may be good news, and you may never get COVID-19. There's all kinds of things to be, whatever it is that you may not yet know that are going to be future celebrations, or things that may happen in the future that you may not want to think about. There's all kinds of things in our life that can happen to us, but today you can make now something of value. And that's one of the things about mental health and mindfulness is slowing things down and enjoying the now and celebrating the things that you'd like to celebrate. I'm celebrating the fact that I get up every day pretty much at the same time. I'm mysteriously making my bed the same way. I'm mysteriously having my showers. I'm following my process. I'm celebrating the fact that my process that I'm following for me, that works for me, and my mental fitness plan is working for me. And I still have people who care about me and check in with me. I had a real good friend I was celebrating, called me from Florida yesterday when I was out getting some groceries and just wanted to make sure I was okay. So it's so cool when we can take a moment and focus on what we have to celebrate. So that's your homework for the next 72 hours before we start on Monday, starting another work week. And you essential workers that do what you do, thank you so much, because I know you'll probably be out continuing to keep us all safe as you always do. Now probably will be over the weekend. However, some of us that have the opportunity to take the weekend off to recharge, let's do that. And let's focus making this weekend our celebration weekend. And that doesn't mean we need to get drunk. It doesn't mean we need to do drugging. I'll talk about that later. I think it's having a couple of drinks and relaxing and being with people is fine. And I'm not trying to be, dampen the mood because it's celebration. I'm still very mindful. We are where we're at, and we need to be careful with habits and patterns and etc. And continue to focus on our coping strategies. Stay healthy. But for today, without me talking too much like because I promised myself I wouldn't make this into counseling and therapy. I just have that instinct to cautious for doing this for so long, for 30 years. I keep thinking about all the things that you want to try to tell people to worry about. But how about I just slow my ADHD brain down and just say to you, have a super, super weekend. We're getting through this one day at a time. That was the mantra we used. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have this chance to talk to you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Celebrate today. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your family. Celebrate your peers and your work. And look for what you have to be charged about because this will help charge your battery. Take care. We'll keep doing this, as I say, over and over, one day at a time. See you next week. Hi, Bill Howatt here. Hopefully you're finding these videos of some value. If you'd like to share these, on the lower right of your video, there's a icon you can click. You can send it through your social media feeds, join the Conference Board of Canada social media feed so we can keep you up to date. And if you have ideas, suggestions, please leave your comments so we can consider them. And if you have things that you'd like us to speak to, I certainly will try to do all I can to help out. With that, have a wonderful day.